Good morning, South Middle School. Today is Friday, October 16th. It is the 22nd day of our school year. The weather today is expected to be just about as warm as yesterday, but significantly rainier, with up to an inch coming today and continuing into tomorrow. We have several birthdays for today. Happy birthday greetings this morning go to Owen Candura. Happy birthday. Megan Fahey, happy birthday. Josh Hankinson, happy birthday, and happy birthday to Abigail Hooton. Also, special happy birthday greetings to Miss Prue today. Over the weekend, happy birthday greetings go to Patrick Roach tomorrow, happy birthday, and Sarah Wanagle tomorrow, happy birthday. On Sunday, Alexander Romero has a birthday, happy birthday. Please rise and recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now a moment of silence. Thank you very much. We have several clubs that are starting next week, as you know. The Yearbook Club will meet on Thursdays. That's open to any student who is interested in helping with the design of the yearbook, sales of the yearbook, and so forth. It's going to be organized by Miss Cutler and Mrs. Cottom. If you have any questions, you could email them, but the meetings will be held virtually on Thursdays at 3 p.m. after school. So if you're interested in joining the yearbook, I will post the code so you can join the Google Classroom and then set aside that time on Thursday afternoons for the meeting. Also starting next week will be the Community Service Club. The first meeting will be held on Monday afternoon, right after school for those who are in school at 11:45. For Friday, for Cohort B, same time, and that'll all be held in room 212. If you are remote and are interested in participating in the Community Service Club, you could email Ms. Norris and we'll talk about ways that the remote students can support the Community Service Club drives. Also next Wednesday, the Trivia Club is starting with Mr. Mahoney, and that will be held virtually starting at 2:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. We've gotten several questions in the past few days about students who are sick or who have an event going on that keeps them from coming to school, and what do they do? So if you are a remote academy student, the best bet is to continue to access your classes remotely as much as possible. If you are too sick and aren't able to participate in class or aren't able to focus on class, then you should email your teachers and let them know. You should also email the school nurses, or your parents could, or call the school. It will be important for the school to know what everyone's symptoms are. If there's a chance that you have coronavirus, obviously the town wants to be able to track that, but even if there isn't, even if it isn't coronavirus symptoms or anything like that that's showing, if you just have a doctor's appointment or something, please contact our school nurses so that they know that it isn't related to COVID. Otherwise, they'll have to contact your house and figure out what it was that caused your absence. So if you could be proactive in that way, it would be the school nurses who you should let know. You could also always contact your guidance counselors to help you get caught up on work if you've missed any work. So that was for the remote academy students. For the students who are in the hybrid, participating in the hybrid schedule, if you miss your days in school, you pretty much have to do the same thing. You have to do your best to access your materials online. There is sort of the impression that maybe you could just get on there's a remote cohort who's at home on that day, and so maybe you could just log in there. But those students are getting the same online lessons that your cohort would get or has already gotten during the remote days. It's a different lesson plan. So you should stay with your own cohort and do your best to access that material online. When I was growing up, this was the same procedure too. If I stayed home sick but was well enough to do some work, what I would do is pick up the phone and call a student from class, maybe one or two classmates, and ask, what did I miss today? And they'll catch you up. They'll explain anything that's out there. Between that and logging in online and seeing what materials your teachers have posted, I expect that as long as everyone's healthy and well enough to be able to focus on schoolwork, that you'll be able to stay caught up with your schoolwork. There may be some questions that you have, and you can always email your teachers those questions. You should also plan on, just like in a regular school year, talking to the teachers, emailing them, and maybe having to access the office hours on Wednesday to get caught up. So don't panic about it. Everyone gets sick. Everyone misses some school days because of appointments and everything else. All it means is that you'll have to have direct communication with your teachers to make up that work. But in the meantime, you can do yourself a favor by contacting your classmates, logging into the Google Classroom, and seeing how much of the material you can actually perform and complete even before you've spoken directly to your teachers. Teachers obviously will know that you've been out, and so if anything comes up and it's wrong or if you misunderstood, they can contact you to just redo it, correct the information, and then redo it. But that way you don't get too far behind during a time when you're out, assuming that you're healthy enough to complete the work. In the meantime, you should also email the school nurses and let them know if you have symptoms of a cold or symptoms of coronavirus, what it is that you're dealing with, if you're quarantining because of exposure to coronavirus, or if you don't have anything related to that and you just have an appointment, you're going on a family vacation. Please email the school nurses, let them know what's going on. And again, if you have any concerns about staying caught up on your work, it would be your guidance counselor who is going to be the best source to help you get in touch with your teachers, stay caught up on the work, and complete your materials that way. I hope that helps. I know that there's been a lot of questions coming up now that we're into the school year. I think appointments have started up again, and so some folks are concerned about missing that time. Obviously, it's not ideal, and if we can schedule things for times when it wouldn't interfere with school, that's the best, but we all know that these things come up from time to time, and it's really not that different. If anything, you're probably in better shape this year because of the amount of schoolwork that's being posted online. So, keep that in mind as we head into the weekend, and remember also to be good to yourself, take care of each other, and take care of your school.